What up, Internet? Oh, hang on. What up, Internet? I'm back with a whole bunch of things that just irritate me about this hobby. First off, I'm gonna start with this. What the hell is that? Seriously, I know before I said these models look really, really cool, the wolfen thing. This model in particular looks like he's trying to give some sort of a jumping hug while kneeing you in the groin. Don't really understand why, but then I was totally cool with that. And then you look at the feet. What are on his feet? He has like little metal toe guards? This is the 41st millennium. Are you really that scared of stubbing your toes that you need to have a steel toe guard? Next up, we have this model. Why is this even a thing? How does it even, no. How does it fly? It's a brick with wings. It doesn't work. It just doesn't, no. And it's supposed to carry guys? Are they like sitting in the ship and they're like, you know what'll make this work even better? Space Marines can jump out of a drop pod. Let's just take this brick, put wings on it, and drop that. It'll be fine. No, it's not it's a flying brick. That's all it is. It's a flying brick. Miniature companies now, they're just trying to get more and more ridiculous with their miniatures. You get things that look like this. Seriously, I don't even know why that's, why is that a miniature? It's ridiculous. It's literally telling people, it's stopping people from playing their game. Annoying. Another thing that just really irritates me with this hobby is when you get those people that are sore winners. You know who you are. They're the people who, when they win a game, are upset because they didn't win by enough. And they won't stop until you know that they should have won by more. And when you get those people who are like that and they talk that way and they just get really under your skin when they start saying things like, I know I won, but should have won by more. I hate these people. Die. Another thing that just really, really irritates when you've come up with this like really, really cool in-depth story about like whatever miniature you have. So you have like a Death Watch company and they have some awesome backstory that you've made up and you try and tell somebody about it, and then that person tries to correct you or add on to the story that you've come up with, like as if your story wasn't good enough for them. And then you have to go on and be like, hey, I came up with this really cool idea. Like they went off and fought a whole bunch of NIDs and survived, and that's why all their models have NID heads all over them and stuff like that. And the other person responds with, that's really cool, but what if they were to like, you know, fight demons or, you know, something that was actually a threat? Because that's not what I meant, like modeled the miniature with. It has a whole bunch of NID heads. I don't really want to have to go and buy a demon box so I can model it with demon heads as well. This is the story that they followed. Yeah, but it's just a shame that they don't have demon heads, because demons are way cooler than Tyranids. You should have done it with Tyranids. Well, they're not your model, so that's not my problem. Well, that's too bad, because that would have been way cooler. Don't care. Shut up! Can't even. I came up with the story. It's my story. It's my miniatures. If you want to make up your own story and make up your own Death Watch company with their own background, go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. But there's a good chance that when you try and tell me your story, I'm gonna do the same thing you did to me and go like, oh, why aren't there Tyranid heads? Or even better, why aren't there Tau heads? And on the note of stories, why is it every time you need to tell a story about like some epic thing that happened to you in a game, there's always that one person in the room who has to one-up you on every story that you've possibly come up with? I remember this one time I was like playing and I had a random guardsman run up and throw a melt-a-bomb up against a Titan, and when it blew up, it caused a chain reaction that caused like 4 different explosions. He ended up taking the Titan down all by himself. He was like the best guardsman ever. That's really cool, but I mean, there was this one time that I had a random grot just like skydive into the like entranceway of a cavern, and like upon impact he let off an explosion that wiped out an entire hive fleet, and by killing the entire hive fleet it ended up saving the planet, and that grot became the king of the universe. Okay. Yeah. Shut up. That was my story. Don't try and one-up my story. That's not your place. You wait your turn. You wait like 5 minutes, and then feel free to tell the story about how you had that crazy grot that became the king of the universe. But don't interrupt my story to tell your story that I was really excited to tell my story about, so then you have to tell your story. Because I hate you. I hate you so much. My next issue is just completely against Forge World. Why is it Forge World that I'll spend like hours and hours on end working on like the most minuscule little itty bitty details on the miniature, making sure that it looks the way it's supposed to and matches completely with like the aesthetic, lore and stuff like that with an army, and I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars making these miniatures look just the way they're supposed to, and then like a week later you have the official Forge World release of the exact same model I made, because that's really annoying, because I just spent so much money making this custom miniature, and then you go, hey, that's a really cool custom miniature you made, but here's ours, and it's cheaper, and it looks better, and it's all in resin, and we're not gonna take your conversion as the actual model, sucker. Yeah. That's just really annoying. Forge World, why would you even do that? Stop. Or let us know ahead of time that you're going to make these conversion miniatures so that we don't spend all this time working on our own little custom converted model that looks really, really cool in our eyes, and then you come out with one that's so much better, and just Next up on the list of wonderful issues that really irritate me is when you painted a miniature and you're really, really happy with it, and you present it to your friend and you say, hey, what do you think of this miniature? And your friend is a painting expert, and they have to then tell you all the things that you've done wrong with your miniature, like, oh, you should have highlighted these edges here, and if it was my miniature, I would have taken the time and put all these gradients into it. That's nice, that's cool. Yeah, it's not your miniature. Yeah, but you know, that's totally what I would have done. I would have made sure that it has all the right shading in the right spots, and I would have made sure to get all these undertones here. Okay, but I'm not a good enough painter to do stuff like that, so this is the best that I did. No, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I would totally give it like a solid B- on a painting scale. Oh, okay, a solid B-. I'm just gonna kick you in the dick now, okay? Anyways, that's pretty much all I got this week. I can't think of anything to be really irritated about. By all means, feel free to leave a comment below for those things that really irritate you about the hobby, and if they irritate me, I'll probably rant about them in the next video, so go ahead and leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to watch the morning drive as well as Saturday morning gaming. You can find them somewhere in the thing there. Also, don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Definitely helps me out and make sure that you get these videos on a regular basis. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, paint your models!